I open it. This is one of these random, oh, okay, it says right on there. September 21 premium kit. I ordered some old kits from, or subscription boxes from Sketchbox, from Paletful Packs. I have a couple from Muse, and I have a couple from Scroller Box. So I just have a big pile, and every once in a while I'm just going to pick one, and I'm going to go through it and make something from what's in it. I'm going to try to stick to that and not use outside materials, but we'll see. I'll do what I can. So this one, like I said, that's September of 2021. So let's see what's in here. I did open them only to make sure what was supposed to be in there was in there, like I got the right ones. So, but I don't know what this is until I open it again. So, because they're in a big pile, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Ooh, that's a cool little sticker. So this is hot pressed. Oh, nice. Okay, hot pressed watercolor paper, which I don't think I have much of. I usually work on the rough kind. I like the very textured kind. So that'll be good. I need some of that. Premium box. It tells you what's on it. So we have a little Sketchbox brush. It looks like a filbert, but it's spread out a little, so it almost looks like a mop, like a small mop. And the rest look like markers. So let's try this stuff out. So this is a Faber-Castell watercolor marker with a brush tip. Oh, that's nice. And like a smaller like bullet tip. And this is a watercolor. This is a Winsor Newton Pro Marker watercolor. That's got a little tip. These colors make me think I'm going to be doing an animal because it seems like animal colors. So that's also the brush tip. And this is, oh, a chisel tip. Oh, and it's brown. Interesting. It's a King Art Inkline pen, and it's got a tiny little chisel tip. So I can already tell I'm doing like a bear or a chipmunk or something. This is the black brush pen. Ooh, that's a very long, whiskery type of pen. This is gonna be good. This is, I don't know, I've never seen this before. I haven't tried, well, I've tried King Art before, but not that type of pen. I have the regular fine liners. I've tried these before. I've heard of these but never tried them. Heard of these but never tried them. Haven't heard of these, but it's very thin. It feels bambooish. It's very light. And that's got a very thin little brush. So it's flexible, so you can do like a thicker line and a thinner line. Green, yeah, this is definitely forest vibes. This is, I think I've heard of these. Actually, I think I had these once before. So this is also a water. Are these all water? I guess we'll find out. Because I'll try water on them. So I love that color. Same thing. It's a very flexible brush tip. Oh, and there's another one. Okay, so there's a pink one and a red one. Okay, let's try some water. So yes, those are water. I don't know. I don't think the green one is. All right, these are. Well, this one definitely is. This one definitely is. These two definitely are. This is black. I don't know if this is or not. I mean, it looks very watercolorish, so yes. This one, it doesn't smell like alcohol, but does it say on the package? No, well, it might, but I don't speak Japanese, or I don't read Japanese. That's still good. I don't think the green one is a water. And this one probably isn't either. Well, maybe. Is that what I put down there? Maybe you just have to do it right away. Let me let it dry and we'll see. Oh, did I just go over that by mistake? Yeah, I don't think that one is. I keep going over it before it's dry. All right, let's do something and stop messing it up. All right, let those dry and do not touch them. Yeah, the black one definitely is. Oh, the black one's nice. It's very watery. All right, so we got to figure out something with these colors. So I'm thinking foresty, animally. I gotta find a picture to do. Oh yeah, of course it makes sense because it's watercolor paper, but they're mostly watercolors. But maybe those two aren't. So I could use those for like outlining or like, you know, fine lines, fine details. Yeah, neither one of those. So those are both permanent. Okay. Permanent and watercolor. And this paper, which I'm curious about. All right, Hanamule, I guess they say. Oh, it's really nice and smooth. I kind of want to play on this. Let's see how it goes. So not those, so these two. I don't like to waste it, but... Well, I don't think I'm going to actually do the piece on this, so we'll just put that aside. But I do want to test this on it. So I want to do the brush. See, this is leaving, I think, is it cotton? It doesn't say it's cotton, so I'm thinking it's gotta have cellulose in it, but it's doing this. Let me try like a, oh, I did try a crappy piece of, this is a crappy piece of cellulose, but we'll try it again. I don't like how that leaves a ghosty shadow. Okay. Well, I guess they're both doing it. I don't know. But this one seems to show it less. Maybe because it's textured. I don't know. Oh, so you can kind of see, if I spread it all out, you can see the little... Well, I don't actually plan on using it like watercolor. I mean, I'm going to use it, but I'm going to use lines on top of it. So I suppose it doesn't really make a difference like this. See, I drew something and I would do this on top of it. So you can kind of use the watercolor part as a backdrop too. Like a little hedgehog right here. There's a little hedgehog. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to go look for something to draw and I will be back when I come up with something. Okay. Not wildlife, a cat, shocking. So I figured I could use, and I decided I have to use this paper because it's in the kit. So I don't want to use anything outside the kit. I did use a pencil, but they usually include a pencil. I'm just gonna, I can't use anything but a pencil. How about that? So what I was thinking was, although I looked on the card they sent and they said that this was watercolor, but it's not. I don't know. So I might do the outline with this. The green I'm going to use for the eyes. The browns and the blacks I'm going to use for the cat color, fur and all that stuff. Pink I'll probably use for the mouth. And then red I might do the background in red. So we'll see what I can do. So I think that's done. I was going to do the background, but I ended up using the red in the mouth too, so I think I'll just leave it like that. All right, so I didn't do a woodland creature. I, of course, did a cat because that's my go-to. So yeah, let me see. I really, really like this. I like these. I think I'd like brighter colors, but yeah, they're both good. These are really nice. Very nice colors. This, yeah, it's got a really neat little tip on it. This I'd like in another color too. Oop, ooh. And that was it. Oh, this, yep, that was kind of cool. I didn't know they made those little chisel tips, and I like that they're permanent. You can use them with watercolors. Paper was okay. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of hot press. I should try like regular watercolor on it, but it doesn't, I don't know. I still kind of like the rough texture, so it's fine, but I never seem to hang on to hot press very long. Every once in a while it'll come into my life and I go, nah, I don't really like it. I don't know. So that's little kitty. That's my little piece from this box. The only thing I used outside of the box was paintbrush. This was just, a mop brush was not what I was looking for. I needed something with a little point on it, and pencil and eraser. So that's it. So hopefully, I don't know, it's okay. I think it's all right. Anyway, thanks for watching, and anyway, I hope you like the retro unboxings, because I have several that I have to do. They had a lot of boxes I was interested in, so they're sitting in a big pile ready to be done. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.